With Tropical Storm Nicole coming through South Florida and me stuck at home without a proper microphone for a full episode, I thought it would be fun to do a shorter analysis, but with some visual help. What you're seeing are the top 5 teams from 5 different popular power rankings: ESPN, NFL's official website, Bleacher Report, USA Today, and CBS. Right off the bat, you notice there are several similarities. The Philadelphia Eagles are unanimously first. The Kansas City Chiefs stay in the top 3, the Buffalo Bills stay in the top 4, and the Dallas Cowboys stagger between 4 and 5. Now, I have problems with all of these rankings, but if I had to put them in order of my favorite to least, it would look like this, with ESPN's top 5 as the closest to my actual list. But first, let's address this absurd list from Bleacher Report and CBS. I understand that the Vikings are the only team to have one loss, but in no way, shape, or form are they better than the Bills. Just take a look at the numbers. The Bills are better than the Vikings in every major statistical category except record, and the 2 losses from the Bills were within 3 points on the road. The Vikings are good and should be recognized, but they do not dominate games the Bills are known for. Next is the NFL.com's ranking. Even though the Bills just had a tough loss and the Chiefs squeaked out a win against the Titans, I agree that Philly, Buffalo, and KC are the 3 best teams in the league. I also agree that Dallas should be 4. In their last win against Chicago, they showed that they can pair their explosive defense with an effective offense. But how in the world are the Ravens at 5? Yeah, preseason I thought they would be a top 5 team, but sitting at 6-3 with 3 blown fourth quarter leads against Miami, Buffalo, and the New York Giants, I can't jump the Ravens over some other teams ahead of them, like the Vikings or the Dolphins. And speaking of the Dolphins, I like this 5th pick better than the Ravens. But again, they sit at 6-3. I understand that they are 5-0 with Tua Tagovailoa starting, but they have allowed more points on defense than they have scored on offense, the only 6-win team to accomplish this feat. While I would personally put them at 6, I would respect the 7-1 record of the Vikings and put them in the top 5. Which brings us to the ESPN ranking. I think this list has the best 5 teams, but I'd mix things up. First, I would flip Buffalo and Kansas City. They are both 6-2, and the Bills beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead. The argument for putting KC at 2 is that Buffalo's 2 losses look worse, but that's not the case. The combined record of the teams the Bills and Chiefs lost to are 12-6 for the Bills and 9-7 for the Chiefs. I still believe the Bills are the favorite to come out of the AFC and that they control their own destiny. I would also switch the Cowboys and Vikings. The Vikings are 7-1, but their current win streak is 6 games with 1-score victories. The Cowboys have had 4 double-digit victories. Outside of Dallas's first loss versus Tampa, these 2 teams have had identical records, with their only loss coming from the undefeated Eagles. And I think the Cowboys take over games better than the Vikings. Make sure to check out my social media for my Week 10 game picks, and I'll talk to you next week. Peace out.